Welcome to Winston-Salem, North Carolina and Wake Forest Stadium. Just about to turn the corner into the back half of the season here on EA Sports College Football. It is Week 7. It's the Rutgers Scarlet Knights and the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
I caught up with Rutgers head coach before the game. This running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. The Demon Deacons will kick off first, and here we go. He'll bring it out. It's Benjamin. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Inside, it's Raymond. Got enough for the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one to...
Maybe some room here. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Man, that is so tough. When you play defense, you get your eyes on your keys and you got to read them, but sometimes they lie to you. You could see the little misdirection by this offense, fooled the defense, created some space. The offense took advantage and made a huge play.
The Scarlet Knights have it with a 1st and 10. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Snags it inside the 20. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. And the Scarlet Knights are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights.
And I love this offense and the way they started this football game. Listen, last week be danged, okay? Forget last week. Nice job coming out, setting the tone in this ball game, putting a long drive together, and getting a touchdown.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Looking for space, it's Wiggins. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Gio Lopez to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
This is why third down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes. They put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for. Some things you haven't seen on film yet. And
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Throwing for it on fourth, Gio Lopez. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Allen. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Scarlet Knights headed quickly to the line. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Lopez. Got a man. It's Morris. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Lopez to pass. Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. And the Demon Deacons will have it 1st and 10. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
949 Rockstar. 949 Rockstar. Kill. 139 Albatross. 139 Albatross.
Oops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. That false start might prove to be really costly as now they come to the line with a 2nd and 6. Throwing, Lopez. Got it in the middle, it's Hernandez. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big game. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Wiggins. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've come to the break, and Rutgers is holding the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that too. They tackle him and they get him on the ground.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost a yard.
The Demon Deacons will try to move the sticks on 4th down. Unloads it left. It's complete. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, that hurts because 2nd down, you got everything in front of you, the whole playbook open. Now you get a lost yardage play. Now it's 3rd down. Now it puts those feet to the fire a little bit more. Now you better come up with something you really love in this area of the field.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're over looking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Demon Deacons. Lining up for the PAT. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead at half, down 14-7. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it out. It's Benjamin. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Rutgers offense onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets to the 14.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Finds his man. It's Duff. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Powers through the defender. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And the Scarlet Knights with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. He can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Gets rid of it. On target. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Motion from the back. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Got a man, it's Blake. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden,
wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. At the 35, he's open. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Wake! The defense takes matters into its own hands. Extra point here will tie the game. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running inside. It's Raymond. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy.
Could be an alley. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Now the play fake. Fires to the tight end. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary. Catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
That's caught. It's Raymond. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
You just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on 1st down here. Just getting him the ball in the passing game, let him make something happen and set up 2nd and short.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. The run inside. It's Raymond. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Now the Scarlet Knights call timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Looking to throw for it. Got it. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Rutgers takes its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Scarlet Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Finds his tight end. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
Jekyll and Hyde for this offense and for this quarterback, right? Pick 6 on the last drive. You saw on the sidelines the coaches talking to him, really trying to pick his spirits up. I don't know what they said to him, but whatever it was, it worked, because this drive is looking really good here by the offense, and what a beautiful throw there by the quarterback.
Looking to scramble. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen. When they get beat, you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? Here's Lopez to throw. Looking for a deep man. Leaping grab for a big gain. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Here's the pressure. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
I love it. I'm never of the mindset, take a knee, go to the half, whatever, man. If I can try to find an opportunity to put some points on the board, I'm going to try to do it. I like the offense chucked it up, but, you know, an incompletion, who cares?
Lopez wants to fire. Pulls it in. It's Wiggins. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. What a disappointment. No good. And here in the third quarter, it is still a tie ball game. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's first take a look at Georgia State taking on the number 17 team, the James Madison Dukes.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one. Breaks into the open on the left. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. That last chunk play is one that'll really put a drive on the move. It's 1st and 10 from the 43. On the run, it's Daniels. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's got it again. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Here's Gio Lopez to throw. Here comes the heat. And it's a sack.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
And the Demon Deacons now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Lopez to pass. Here's the heat. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
From the gun, 3rd down, Gio Lopez. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
It's 4th and 8, and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Deadlocked here in the 3rd quarter. It's 2nd and 10. A 3-yard gain there. It'll be 3rd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He lets it fly. Tosses it incomplete.
Offenses know and work on it all week. 3rd downs. We got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this 3rd down. It could come back to bite them.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on 4th down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller here, I am taking a shot. In a sudden change situation, let me see if I can throw one deep and make this team pay for not getting that 4th down.
That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire toward the ball carrier.
And you got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast. It happens quick. There's no fake to a toss. It's pitched.
Caught, and he's got room. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. He splits the uprights. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Benjamin. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Scarlet Knights start this drive. The offense looks ready to go. Both of these defenses a little bend, but not breaking in clutch situations, David.
It's always exciting when you can go for it on fourth down and you know your defense will make a stand. They held them to a field goal, Jesse. It's a pretty good job by that defense.
It is. So if I'm this coaching staff, don't deviate from the game plan here. Go back to doing what you want to do and get established in this game.
They'll run play action. Finds the tight end. And he uses that stiff arm like a discard, and they get it to the 18-yard line.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Unleashes one. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
On the option. Now the pitch. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Right back to the well. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Tight end finds a soft spot. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
With the run on 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Lopez. Pressure coming. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
It's hard in this area throwing over this big defensive line. They've got long arms. You saw it right there, knocking that ball down on 2nd down.
3rd and goal for the offense.
Here we go. Ready.
Lopez wants to fire. Rush is on him. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Wake Forest. And they take it in for 6 more points. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Scarlet Knights are in the hurry-up.
Well, that last play is a beautiful start to this drive. You've got some work to do here. You've got some mountain you've still got to climb if you're going to win this game. A couple minutes left. You've got the horses to get you there, but it's all about getting the drive started with a positive play, and they found that on that last one.
Under fire. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
So now it's 2nd and long. These DBs going to give a little cushion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Bates to grab. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better...
Got enough. The offense pumps it up, and they were on the move. Oh, and just like they drew it up, put it on the ground, fall on top of it, still get the 1st down. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Scarlet Knights trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
And, Reese, this is the part of the field where the tight ends become such a big part, right? The big size. I'm going to isolate these guys, find a way to get good matchups. You could tell they did it there, and the result, 6 points.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Demon Deacons offense makes its way out to start this drive. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Still running at the 40. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Throwing, Lopez. With the catch, it's Morris. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. He breaks a tackle. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the 1st down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Demon Deacons come to the line with a new set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. A mere 4 seconds after the clock stopped for the 2-minute timeout, the defense gets it stopped again, trying to get the ball back.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Eager to get the football back with as much time remaining as possible, the defense uses a timeout. 1:53 showing on the clock. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Got a little grass. He's brought down, but enough to move the sticks one more time and to move this game into the win column. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Quarterback's just going to take a knee.